Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining me. So this will just be a quick video today. It's a bit of an Etsy restock video. I've got some beautiful journals and folios and bundles to go in my Etsy shop later this week. So I thought I would just give you an overview of what's coming, and we're going to do some flip throughs of these ones. The first journal that's going to be ready to go in my Etsy shop is this pink flower fairy journal. I'm finally finished. I'm going to do a separate video on this just because it is a bigger journal. So the video for this will be up later today. So you probably will see it within an hour or so of this first video. But just so you know, this one is coming, it is ready. So look out for that. But in this video, we're going to have a look at these bundles and this folio. So let's start with the folio first of all. Okay, so here we have a field notes folio that I've made from envelopes. There's no journal inside, it is just a flippy flappy folio. But the idea behind this one was I wanted to create a folio that if somebody was going to, go out and learn about plants and flowers and document their findings, I kind of went with that kind of a vibe. I was inspired by this kit. This is from My Porch Prints. It's her botanical journal pages kit. And the whole look to it was kind of like old specimen field notes type of book, vintage, old, that type of a rustic kind of look. So I went with that. So you'll notice the outside has got a very faint book page border. Just a hint of a matting just to give it that kind of old look, and I have stitched around the front and back for this one. That's the back there, so as you can see it's very much like old book, field notes book. The closure is just some seam binding that I've tea dyed myself. It's removable, so it just unravels like so. And here we are inside. So it's got a very much botanical field notes type of a vibe, which is exactly what I wanted for it, whilst also having that old vintage kind of a look. Okay, so here we've got the first envelope, which has a series of pockets on the front here, and then some more butterflies and labels and things like that. Inside are just some plain craft tags, which I've added an eyelet to. The reason I went with plain is because these are they're quite tight pockets. They fit just perfectly inside. And, being a field notes kind of a thing, I wanted there to be enough writing space whilst, they're not necessarily being a journal. So those are in there like so. If we flip open, we've got a removable notepad here. This just unhooks off like so. This just unhooks off. And it's just some tea-dyed papers and some craft paper, so you can replace that when you're finished with it. Or you could even, put some more writing space behind if you wanted. In the middle here, we've got a torn paper pocket, and then I've decorated it up with some labels and fussy cuts. This is what I mean about the old sort of vintage field notes kind of look to it. We've got a postcard that I've tea-dyed. This says, "And into the woods I go, to lose my mind and find my soul." I thought that was just perfect for the kind of vibe that I wanted for this one. And then I've also included one of my Edith Holden tags, and there's some note paper on the back. Again, it kind of just all went with the greens and the browns. On this side we've got some more flip flaps. This is a very small envelope, which these journal cards that I've got from Craft Consortium just fitted absolutely perfectly on them. Now these journal cards have the names of plants and flowers, which I thought was just perfect for this kind of folio. So we've got marshmallow here and lady's mantle on the back. And again, this one just has another, similar to this, another plain craft tag. Here we've got a page from the Botanical Dreams kit from Rach and Bella Crafts. I really love these ferns and the browns, and I just thought that would be quite a nice writing space. Just make sure you're straight. There we go. And inside this envelope, we've got a journal, a piece of note paper really, sort of journaling space. Again with the browns and the ferns and the plants and everything. Okay, so that opens up. We've got my stacked pockets here, which I have made these on video using book pages and the bottom of an envelope. This is the one that has the fold over tuck spot. More butterflies. As you can see, I really wanted there to be, you know, lots of plants and flowers and butterflies and all nice things in here. Tucked into there, I've got one of my altered playing card faux specimen cards. I did make these on video a while ago. I've got a couple of pieces from a different kit. So this pocket and these are from the Romantica Arts Green Watercolour Leaves kit. I will link everything down below so that you know where to find everything. These are a couple of pages that I've turned into ephemera. So we've got a postcard and a note card here, backed onto craft card. So, you know, some nice little writing spots. In the back pocket there, so this goes all the way down, I've got an Edith Holden tag, which I haven't backed because I actually think this would be a really, really nice place to write next to yet more plants and flowers. So all I've done is added this label and a bit of an eyelet detail at the top. And I just thought that looked really, really nice with all the browns and the greens. Okay, and then on here we've got one of my snippets. I made these on video, so I've just cut one of them off to decorate up this another torn paper pocket. And then in there I've got a series of faux glassine bags, now or pouches. I've made these myself from greaseproof baking paper, and there's a set of 3. There's sort of 2 square ones and a larger one. And then inside this one, I've just popped in some labels from Nanine at Collage Type. It's her botanical labels kit, which I thought you might want to use to document your findings and such like if you're going to use it for that purpose. Now the reason I've used the baking paper is because whenever I press my flowers and leaves, I always use baking paper. So my idea for this was, you know, this could go with somebody to, you know, collect up plants and flowers and different things like that. And so, you know, there's space to pop them into the bags to keep them nice and safe, ready for coming back to, you know, to record your findings and press them and everything. So that was kind of the thought behind that. And I haven't put any lace or anything along the spine. I've just popped some green leaf washi, just because I thought if it was going to go with somebody, I didn't think lace would lace would quite last somehow. So, you know, I wanted it to be relatively portable. I'm not sure if I said at the beginning the measurements. So this one measures just over 8 inches tall by 5.5 across, and it could be used as a junk journal insert if you wanted to use it. You know, it's a nice standalone item, but it is also a nice piece to go inside a journal if you wanted. You know, you could either sew it in or it could just be slipped in. You would need quite a big spine for your journal to have that, but you know, the possibility is there if you would like. So that's another one that's going in my Etsy shop later this week. Okay, and I've also got a couple of purple notebook bundles to put in the shop. Now these are same but different, so I will show you both of them. So we'll start with this one. This one's got more of a dark purple kind of a look, but they are quite similar. So we've got a bead dangle here. So the idea for these is they are notebooks, which I have made on video with you, but I've put in some ephemera and embellishments with them in case you wanted to either use these in something else or decorate up the notebook, because it is a junk journal notebook and it's naked. So, you know, there is room for you to have a bit of a play, really. So here is the first one. So as I say, you get the bead dangle. This is the ephemera pack, which I'll show you in a second. So these are the Franken paper journals or notebooks that I made on video recently. This one is the notes one. Inside we've just got 40 sides of paper. This is art paper, so it's got, you know, it's quite thick, it's quite durable. So if you wanted to add pockets or do some collaging or some painting or anything like that, write in, you know, it is durable enough for that really, you know, despite being sort of a notebook. So that's that. We're lined with scrapbook paper, and the whole thing was made from book pages, which I've then decorated up with my franking paper. And that's the back on this one. It's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch with waxed linen thread. And as I say, each notebook comes with an ephemera pack. So I'll show you this one. Nice, that's antique lace, which again you could use in something if you wanted. So I've already shown you the bead dangle. Is that everything? Okay, so we've got various goodies in here. We've got coordinating purple fabric ruffles. We've got a couple of purple clusters. We've got some bits and pieces here. We've got some vintage stamps, again purple ones. We've got some stickers, and we've got some tea cards, all vintage. The stickers are obviously modern, but the other pieces are vintage. We've got some journal cards here. These are come from a craft consortium pad, which I've just stitched around and added some tea-dyed paper to the back of. Again, purple colour. Here we've got a couple of journal cards which I've made from one of my master boards. We have this lovely one with the bird on. They're all backed with, in this case, purple leaf polka dot notebook paper. And I just love how these turned out. And then I did some zigzag and straight stitching just to fancy them up a bit. And then I've just also included some pieces of purple papers. That's the same paper that's lining the inside, which you could use, you know, you could use for collaging, or you could turn them into journal cards. There's lots of things that you could do with that. So that is that one. And as I mentioned, you get this beautiful bead dangle as well. I made these on video. So we've got some pearls and some purple beads, and then some, these are a couple of silver leaves at the bottom. So that's that one, and I'll just briefly show you the other one, which is fairly similar but a little bit different. Okay, so this is the other one. Again, we're packaged up in a similar way as to the first one. So we've got this beautiful bead dangle. And then this notebook has a slightly lighter purple kind of colour. They are both similar. I've used the same kits for them, but the first one is more darker in nature. This one's a little bit lighter. So let me just get those out. Okie dokie. So again, we'll go through that in a second. This one says journal, and again, franken paper, both front and back. Again, made from book pages and lined with scrapbooking paper. And again, it's got the same art paper inside. Again, that is 40 sides. So, you know, they're nice and sturdy, but they are notebooks. But there is room for if you wanted to do something else. The same lace as before. And this is the embellishment pack that you get with this one. Again, they are fairly similar. So as mentioned, you get the same bead dangle, same beads, same leaves, same ruffle, similar fabric clusters. Oops, got a stamp attached to that one. Similar fabric clusters. And similar pieces as well. So again, you get a couple of purple vintage stamps with the queen on, a couple of stickers, and a couple of vintage tea cards. So these are these ones. Again, we get a couple of Craft Consortium journal cards. Again, tea-dyed paper and stitched around. And these are the masterboard journal cards that I've got for this one. Again, backed with the same leaf polka dot paper. Very pretty. And then this one's got slightly different papers. Again, you know, you can use these in collaging or to make pockets from, or make journal cards, whatever you decide to do with them really. Okay, so these are all going to be going into my Etsy shop later this week. If you are interested in any of these before then just send me a message, let me know, so I know that you know, somebody's interested in reserving them. So as I mentioned, we've got the 2 purple notebook bundles. You just need to decide whether you want the one that says journal or the one that says notes. We've got the Field Notes Folio, and I will be back to do a flip through of this pink fairy journal later today. So keep an eye out for that. That will be up in the next couple of hours or so. Aside from that, I hope you like everything you've seen. Been quite a busy bee, haven't I, really? But I'm really happy with all these, and hopefully they'll go off to some fabulous new homes. So as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.